Hello, everyone. So, we know what plagiarism is and the consequences of doing it. Now, in this lesson, we'll find out about ways to avoid plagiarism so that your academic work remains plagiarism free. All right, let's start. There are several ways to avoid plagiarism. First, you need to always cite the sources appropriately and properly based on the academic rules. Another thing you need to do is to always quote and paraphrase properly so that it is not considered plagiarism. This could be solved by having a good understanding about academic rules and obtaining paraphrasing and summarizing knowledge. Another way to avoid plagiarism is that to take advantage of the use of technology, which is the use of plagiarism checkers, such as Turnitin, Checker, Grammarly, Scriber, and so on. By using these checkers, the plagiarism percentage will be revealed so that it could be revised before finishing or getting an article or an academic work published. Last but not least is that avoiding plagiarism can be done through learning more about academic integrity and the consequences of conducting plagiarism. Here is a few examples of referencing style. We'll talk about this more in a later lesson, but to put it simply, you can use different styles of referencing, but you have to be consistent. The styles have their own formatting that is different to each other, and that you need to be aware of these different styles while referencing. Meanwhile, here are some examples of plagiarism checkers. For the most part, they work by comparing your document with a database of work and checking the similarity rate between them. Okay, so now we will move on to learning about how to specifically acknowledge sources. So, how do we acknowledge sources that we use for our academic work so that it's not considered as plagiarism? There are ways to provide proper credit or acknowledgement for various sources used in academic writing, such as through summaries, paraphrasing, and quotation. There are a few things to keep in mind when summarizing. First, when summarizing, use an in-text citation based on a particular formatting style, such as APA, Chicago, MLA, or Harvard style, and so on. Second, you have to also keep in mind that summaries include integrating the main ideas or main points by using your own words. It is important to assign the ideas being summarized to the original work. Third, it is briefer and shorter than the original work. And finally, it provides a general and broad overview of information. Paraphrasing has a few rules that should be followed. Of course, you have to use in-text citation based on particular formatting styles, just like summaries. On top of that, it includes replacing and modifying the phrases from the original work, but keeping the same meaning. It is also about showing the description from the original source based on your own wordings. In addition, the ideas are restated with the approximate similar length from the original source. Quoting also needs you to use in-text citation based on formatting styles like summarizing and paraphrasing. Quotations also need to be exactly the same as the source or the original work. You can quote verbatim, which means copying word for word, which has to be within quotation marks. So that's just a few guidelines and ways to avoid plagiarism. Of course, this was just an overview. Avoiding plagiarism is a very important topic. So we will discuss about this and the methods on how to avoid plagiarism more specifically in the next lesson. Either way, hopefully by using these methods, you will be able to write great academic papers without doing plagiarism. Thank you.